Hey guys, so welcome to your first testing day, and what we're going to test today is a little bit of strength endurance. So the first part is going to be testing with a 2-minute rest between each exercises, and it's really important you stay to that strict 2-minute rest. And the other part is going to be a workout where you have to perform 5 rounds for time, and I'll get into that. I want to go through the standards of what we're doing and what is acceptable and how to actually test this properly, okay? So what you're going to be doing is 4 minutes of squats, 2-minute rest. 2 minutes of press-ups, 2-minute rest. 3 minutes of butterfly sit-ups or plank, okay, and I'll explain it. So if you start off with a squat, it's going to be 4 minutes. The rule of thumb is that you must get your bum below your knee. So from this position, bum goes below knee, and I come back up again. That's 1, and I fully lock out my hips. If I start doing this, that's doesn't count because I haven't locked out at the top. Also, if I do this, doesn't count because my bum hasn't got below my knee. So if you struggle to get your bum below your knee, it could be because you're tight and you're not used to it. So go into the frog, on your toes, feet about shoulder width apart, and then sit back on your heels and look, is your bum below your knee? If it is, class, jump up, and that's where you need to be going to each time. If it's not, and you go to here and you go, yeah, that's how tight my hamstrings are, that's fine. What you need to do is find something that's going to stay consistently the same height, like a sofa, and you're just going to tap and come back up. Don't do this and then back up again, okay? So you're not trying to sit down, you're trying to tap it, and it's going to judge that you've got low enough, and it's going to help you if you've got that fear of falling in your arse. So that's your squats. The next thing is your press-ups. Your nipples must touch the floor, okay? And that's going to be good for people that have big boobs, and it's not going to be good for me. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to lock out the plank. If you look, my bum's squeezed, my shoulders and my wrists and my elbows are in line. I'm going to come down until my chest touches the floor and come back out and lock up. That's 1. If I do it on my knees, I'll stay in that plank position, drop to my knees, not move my bum backwards, but keep it forwards, keep my shoulders, elbows and wrists in line, nipple the floor and up. Again, if that is too sore and you've looked at that, or you can't get one and you're like shit, then you can go onto your feet on a raised surface. Again, it's going to stay the same. Must touch it, come back up, and if you're on your knees, again, bum must be in front of the knees, touch it and come back up. That's your press-ups. Now, I know I'm going into these standards quite a lot, but if you start going, right, okay, I'm doing chest to floor, and then not doing that in training, or you go to do testing again and you're just doing half reps, you're never going to get an accurate result. The last one, butterfly sit-up. You touch behind your head, then in front of your feet or your toes. So if I touch behind me, touch my toe, those are reps. Those are good reps, so it means I'm getting all the way to the top again. If I touch behind me and then only get to my knee, I'm not getting the full way up. A lot of people can't do that because their lower back is actually tight and immobile, not because they're unfit or they're not strong. So we go in and do a plank instead and test our maximum hold. So you can do it on your elbows. Do it where you can see how high your hips go. So I want them in line. If you go to here, there's a lot of weight in your shoulders and your toes, okay? You want it to be right over your core and you want it to stay there. As soon as you start moving too much, you have to stay still again, otherwise it's not going to be accurate. Or you can do it on your hands. Okay, so the second part is where you're going to be doing that strength endurance workout, and what we're going to be doing is 5 rounds 4 times. So you must complete all of it before you go on to the next round, and you must complete all 5 rounds before you finish the timer, and your result will be your time on this one, whereas the one before will be the reps that you're going to be counting. So you're going to have to do 30 squat jumps, you're going to have to do 10 walking press ups, 20 flutter kicks, a 30-second plank hold, and then you're going to go in and do 10 pancakes or burpees or whatever you want to call them. So the first thing is our squat jump. So rule of thumb is that your bum must go below your knee again, and that you must lock out your hips and come off the floor. So I like to put my hands on the ground to just test where I'm going and see how low I need to go. There we go, and up. It helps me keep my back straight as well. If you can't do that or it's a struggle, then again you can use that surface, tap and come up. If it's too sore to jump, then just go into your regular squat. Okay, and just remember to lock out when you come off the top and actually get off the ground. Walk and press up, so you go into a bear crawl, and then the same rule applies for the press up. It must be chest to floor. So if I go into my bear crawl where my hips and knees are in line, and I walk, press, I walk back to either a point where my hips are either further back than my knees or in line. If you need to do them on your knees, walk out, chest to floor, and walk back in again. Okay. Then we're going into flutter kicks. So again, just your thumbs under your bum, really, not your hands right the way under your lower back or anything, just a little bit of support. Pick a height and kick. Make sure you sit your shoulders off the ground, and it's 20 in total. 30 seconds of a plank, which is going to be the same, either elbow or hands. And then the pancakes are, pancakes, chest to floor, little jump at the top, so you can do a normal or you can walk. One thing I would say is whatever standard you go for and whatever modification you go for, write it down, because when we're testing this in another couple of weeks, you don't want to be going from a walk and press up on your feet to a walk and press up on your knees halfway through. You must stay consistent, and it will tell us how long it takes you, and it means we can keep consistent with the exercises you're doing and the way that you're doing them. So if you kind of go, listen, I can only really get 5 press ups, like if I do them on my feet, I'll never get there. Then you're like, that's fine, do them on your knees. But whenever we're in training, then you can practice them whenever you're on your feet, and you can get better that way. Okay, so testing must stay the same. Woohoo!